Okay, welcome back to my channel. This is part 1 of what if Deku had a symbiote. I'm pretty sure I named Deku symbiote Hazard. Now, the color of Hazard is like Venom. You know, Venom is black and white with the spider symbol and stuff like that. Well, Hazard is green. Green and black. So what Venom's basically spider symbol will be, that's where Deku's green will be. The black is the rest of everything. So like I said before, Hazard's basically it's like in the same family as Venom, meaning like he has Spider-Man powers and stuff like that. So after Venom basically detached from Spider-Man, Hazard attached to Spider-Man. Now, unlike Venom, Hazard is different. Hazard isn't obsessed with Spider-Man. Like, he sees Spider-Man as a perfect host and stuff like that, but he isn't obsessed with him. Well, this is not really Spider-Man, like the regular Spider-Man we know. This is Miles Morales. So he attaches to Miles Morales, basically giving Miles basically the green and black looking Spider-Man. Which Miles see that his powers is very much enhanced by this. So, he basically says that this is too dangerous, as he does the same thing, but no, he wills off Hazard by using his willpower. He gets Hazard off because using fire would not help. Using fire would not help. Neither with sound waves, because Hazard is basically inevitable to them. He has a resistance, a very, very, very strong resistance to them. So Hazard then looks for another host, in which he runs across this man, just drinking, and then he attaches himself to him. He sees that this man is very angry. This man being Logan, or as I should say, the Wolverine, as he basically copies all of his styles and stuff like that. The Wolverine sees that this thing gives him extra powers, and he don't really care about the powers. He just wants to be left alone, so he basically gets it off him too. The next person he meets is basically Daredevil, in which Daredevil does use the suit a couple of times and says, okay, that's enough. Then he basically gets rid of it too. Now, Hazard, getting tired of getting let go and thrown away, he is actually teleported by basically a villain and a hero fighting. Now, just random hero you want to think about and a random villain, but they created a black hole. It was Hulk fighting. Yeah, the Hulk was fighting against what's his name? I forgot this nigga name. The Juggernaut. Yeah, the Hulk was fighting against the Juggernaut, in which their punches connected and they created a black hole, being a feat that is nearly impossible. Now this black hole sucked up Hazard, sending him to a different universe. Now let's switch over to Deku. Deku is 14 years old. He does not have a quirk, and he's getting bullied every day. But Deku sticks up for himself. He learns how to fight, and he's just doing all this. And right now, currently, he's fighting against other people. It's him against 5 other people, in which he's holding his own. But his lip busted. He's bleeding and stuff like that. He got cuts in his mouth from basically his teeth. And so Deku finally defeats all the people as he basically wipes his mouth and then spits out blood. And then basically the symbiote sees that Deku is like a perfect host for himself. So he attaches onto Deku after Deku walks away. Now, whilst attached on the Deku, he looks through all of Deku's memories. He sees that Deku has been bullied from a young age just because he said he's going to become a hero. Not just any hero, the number 1 hero. With his favorite hero being All Might. But he don't really take after All Might, like basically naming his punches when he throws them, United States of Smash and stuff like that. He basically just loves All Might for him wanting to save everyone. That's what he likes about him. But basically, he loves All Might for his courage and wanting to save everyone. But he loves Aizawa, Eraserhead, because he actually has skills. So the symbiote basically it sees Deku and it perfectly, basically, it comes or attaches itself to Deku and it becomes perfect, a perfect symbiosis, in which Deku feels it, and then basically the symbiote starts speaking into Deku's mind, saying, "Hello there, Izuku Midoriya." Deku says, "Who are you and how are you? How do you know my name and where are you?" Oh my God, I'm recording. No, why are you asking me? Leave. I'm recording.
Oh.
Sorry that my little sister, she's getting on my nerves. So, Hazard introduces himself like saying, "I am Hazard." Deku says, "Well, since you already know my name, let's talk up to each other a little bit more. Get to know about each other a little bit more." As Deku's not scared. As they start talking more, Hazard says that he basically you can say he's an alien. Deku says, "Okay." Deku then says, "Well, okay." So Hazard says, "How about this? I'm going to give you powers from 3 beings that I know. And I want you to accomplish that dream of yours." Because Hazard's not evil. He's not like Venom. He's not messed up in the mind from fusing with Deadpool. He's basically just normal. He is a good-willed person because all the people that he's fused with so far has been, good-mannered. Like, I'm going to name 2 because the other one really isn't. Well, he's good, but he's just too angry. That's Miles Morales, and that's Daredevil. Everyone knows Logan is way too brutal. Doug says, "Anything to become a hero? Definitely." As he says, "Well, you should first get home, because this is going to hurt a lot." So Deku gets home. He says hi to Inko. He says he's just going to go to sleep. As he goes to his room, Deku says, "I'm ready for this process." As Hazard basically tells Deku to put something in his mouth that he can bite onto. Deku says, "Okay," as he did. He put something in his mouth so he can bite onto it. As Hazard said, "I'm starting the process now." So, Deku feels every fiber of his being changed as he does scream. But it's not that loud because Inko has music playing because she is currently cleaning up. And Deku has his TV on because he wants to keep down the noise. After a while, Deku and everything is done after a couple hours. So now Deku wakes up and he looks in the mirror. He sees that his 6-pack that he had before is more defined. His muscles, are more defined. Everything is better now. Just seems like his body is sharper. Deku sees that he can basically stick to surfaces. He climbs up to a surface and he sticks to it. And he says this is strange. He can't get down. He's stuck. Basically, Hazard tells him to basically focus. As Deku does, and he lets go. Hazard then says, "Try to basically force something out your knuckles." As Deku listens to what Hazard said, as then he sees claws, metallic claws, not metallic, adamantium claws. Now, Deku's adamantium claws also cover up his whole skeleton, so he does have adamantium skeleton, but he also has Wolverine's healing factor. Now, Hazard tells Deku to close his eyes and focus on the rest of his senses. As Deku trusts in Hazard from what, basically he just saw again, he does this. And he sees that he can see everything. He sees everything. Without even using his eyes, he sees everything. As Hazard says, "Good. Now, let's go to someplace secluded so you can try out these new abilities." Deku says, "Okay." So for the next 10 months, Deku trains and uses his abilities. with Deku going to a gym one time. This gym is specialized. It basically it's for heroes, but people can use it too. It basically uses combat scenarios, basically creating figures in which they shoot. They basically come at you and they fight you, so you get combat experience, and it has different levels. Now, Deku has gained mastery over all of his new powers, basically. Now he basically sees that everything is perfect. Now he basically covers up his eyes most of the time to basically get used to using the rest of his senses just in case he needs them. So now Deku basically is in his gym. He's on the master level. Everyone's seeing this, that someone's actually using the master level, as Deku is currently fighting against a whole bunch of people, like an army. I'm going to say there's 1 million people there, as Deku's fighting against them. Every person coming at him at once, and he's just beating them, as everyone's just watching this. Deku's not even using the symbiote yet, but he actually is. He's using the symbiote. And everyone's seeing this green, this black suit with a green spider symbol on it, with the eyes being green too. Like I said, Hazard is more like Venom, basically, from the same family, so they look exactly alike, but just different color schemes. But Deku's suit looks more like Agent Venom, Agent Venom, or Agent Anti-Venom. But Deku's suit look like that. And also it's stronger. Deku can implement weapons and stuff like that into his symbiote to basically give him that look. But right now it's just sleek because he didn't clean up Dagobah Beach yet, which he will do. So after that done, Deku basically take down every single last one of the people with all of his powers now. Basically clearing the master level. Only person to ever clear that level was either All Might. Even Endeavor took a loss. Every hero took a loss. They tried and they failed. So Deku was the second person, and he beat All Might's score. So Deku leaves, and he actually, while leaving, he sees Dagobah Beach. And Deku says that this can help him get up his muscle mass and also get up his strength. So he cleans Dagobah Beach in only a day, cleaning it up. And he also found some nifty things there, like body armor that the military use. He puts it on. Hazard says that he can absorb that, and that would be like on him, and he will feel it, and that would be help. That would help to basically his defense. Deku says, really? He says, no. Hazard says the more things you absorb, the better his defense gets, the better he can make things, and all that. So Deku started absorbing everything he sees that could basically help. He gets a helmet, basically like a pilot helmet, not a pilot helmet. He don't get a helmet, never mind. Yeah, he does. Iron Man's helmet, he gets something like that. Basically, it helps defend his face, and Deku can open it like Iron Man's helmet. Deku gets some knee guards, some boots, some pants that basically look. Deku's outfit right now look like a military outfit. He gets a belt, basically a police belt. He gets a pistol that he wears, and this pistol shoots infinite ammo. He gets grenades. They're basically like duds. They didn't go off. They didn't explode. So he gets them. He absorbs them, and he figures out how to make them more of them. So he can make grenades now. He gets flashbangs. He knows how to make flashbangs now. He gets the old assault rifle that was thrown away because basically wasn't shooting. Now he can shoot bullets out of that assault rifle. Gets a rocket launcher. Same thing. Infinite rockets. Deku gets a lot of things while there, including a motorbike, which now he can basically create the motorbike. So Deku's doing pretty good right now. Deku then goes home. All Might sees the next day coming to the beach with his new successor, which I'm going to announce. his new successor basically being shocked that the beach was cleaned already, and he was going to have his new successor, Bakugo Koski, clean the beach. Yeah, Deku and Bakugo are at odds in this story. They don't like each other, not one bit, because Bakugo bullied Deku, and Deku basically fought back against Bakugo and knocked out one of Bakugo's teeth before, and all of that. Deku tells Inko that he has a quirk, basically just saying it like that. Inko says, "Show me." As Deku shows her everything he can do. As they get Deku now classified as someone with a quirk, and they call him his quirk Hazard, basically, because that was Deku gave the name of, like, basically, his name Hazard. As they just went along with it. As Inko did meet Hazard, basically just this green and black little thing, his face, but it's not like Venom's that's super creepy. So, after that's all done, Deku basically is going to the entrance exam. Pulls up on his bike, he absorbs it again, and basically goes inside. Everyone saw this and they was looking at him. They said this dude is strange. Deku gets in, he sits down, and he's waiting. Bako comes in, he sits down next to Deku, and he scoffs. Not wanting to see Deku. Deku just doesn't pay attention to him. They take the test. Deku aces it, getting 100%, because Deku has the smartness of a Spider-Man. Now, this is not a Spider-Man Deku. I'm going to do that, actually. I forgot when I'm going to do it, but I was going to do it. Oh, yes. I meant to do this, but I forgot. Do you know, the Sage's past brother? I will be doing a what if on that, too. What if Naruto was the Sage's past brother? I forgot his name. Something, it's H. I know it's a H. So I'll be doing that soon. So Deku gets first place, like I said, having the smartness of a Spider-Man and stuff like that. Deku then goes to the second exam. Bako and Deku aren't talking to each other. They're not even looking at each other. President Mike explains everything and then says no. Get to the 0 pointer. Ida still talks up stuff like that. President Mike says, "I'll get into that kid, so sit down and shut up." Ida getting embarrassed. Everyone laughing at him a little bit. President Mike then explained the 0 pointer. Basically, it's just don't even go after it. It's just basically an obstacle and stuff like that. Just run when you see it. As everyone leaves, they go to their exam areas. Deku goes to his area, and basically he's ready to go. Deku just put on the outfit, the Venom suit. Not Venom, not toxic, Hazard. Dang. Can't even remember my own creation. As everyone sees this and they're shocked by this, including Ida. As President Mike says, no, go. Basically, there's no countdown to the real battle. As Deku rushes off, being faster than anyone else, including Ida. As he rushes past Ida, he basically pulls out a rocket launcher. Everyone sees it. As Deku just starts shooting rockets, waiting for a couple of seconds for the rocket to come back again. Shooting again, and they just see explosions. Deku then absorbs the rocket launcher again, and he just keeps running, and he put his hand out. Then a blade manifests. As he puts the blade in front of his face, and then he just start running. As then electricity started coming off his body. Like I said, Hazard first host was basically Miles Morales, and Deku gets electricity. I think it's bioelectricity that they said. Oh yeah, so I'm gonna give you a little bit of information about when I make Deku a Spider-Man. So he's gonna actually have different abilities. Basically, he's gonna have organic web so that he can create webs on his own, not even have to have the web shooters. He's gonna have Venom, basically, not like the symbiote Venom, like basically spider venom that they create from their fangs. He's gonna have that. He's also gonna have electricity, like bioelectricity. He's gonna have camouflage. There's one more thing that I gave him. I just can't remember it. I'll think about it later. So, Deku basically continues to slaughter every robot in his sight. This one, everything goes more like a cannon. This one, the zero pointer comes up. The rocket gets stuck on the rubble. Deku slings in off webs, lands down effortlessly, and he pulls the rubble off like nothing ever was there. Because Deku does have that proportionate strength like Spider-Man, in which he can basically lift 20 tons. Actually, no, he can lift more than 20 tons. I'm going to say Deku can lift actually up to 100 tons. But since Symbiote wants Deku to basically be a hero, he limits his strength. So Deku's strength is limited from the Symbiote, saying that he's going to put a mental basically barrier on Deku's strength. So Deku's strength does not go haywire. Like one punch will not kill someone. So Deku's strength is limited to that of regular humans, but in a symbiote he can use a lot more strength. Basically for Deku go all out and use all of his strength, it means he's got to be in a dire situation. So after that, Deku puts his fist out, and then the Wolverine claws come out. Deku then rushes up. He climbs up the robot. Everyone sees this. Deku then basically pulls off his belt a grenade. He pulls the pin to it, punches a hole inside the robot, a small hole. He takes off the thing so that the grenade is basically armed. He puts the grenade inside the robot. He jumps off. Then the robot explodes, with him landing and the robot falling just short of his back, like it was finna hit him. He just fell short of it. As he just started walking off, everyone just says, "That's so cool." As Deku just manipulates it after President Mike saying basically, "That's the end of the test. Y'all may go home. We will announce the exam results at the end of the week, next week, basically." As it says goodbye. If you're not getting into this hero school, please try another hero school. We need more heroes out there. As Deku just creates a motorbike, and basically he just drives off. Everyone sees that. Now I will start the school episode next part. My throat is getting dry. I hate it when my throat gets dry. So goodbye. Thanks for watching. Peace out.